Barett Sugden. My grandfather used to race at 99 way back on vintage hardtops back in the day. Never really went to a bunch of races when he was alive, but you know, I'm 33 years old. I got introduced by the Rumsey family back in 2018. I first started racing. I got a car together. They helped me out a lot. And then kind of from there, it just, you know, started doing things and figuring out my own program and stuff, and trying to, you know, focus on, you know, getting things developed for Sugden Racing. You know, it's a lot of competition. You know, that's one thing that's ongoing when it comes to especially this class, and especially here at Roseville. Yeah, I have a 11-year-old son. He'll be 1 year next month, so that kind of slowed down a little bit of racing. But you know, it's cool because you know, in Stockton race there, and just figured to give Roseville a shot, you know, for a championship. You know, Sproul's a lot of competition, so it's going to be hard to get around that 74 car, but hopefully we can do it. You know.
Well, you mentioned being in the F4 division. We've got a stout field, like you said, tonight. Now I want to ask you, from the perspective of someone who jumped into motorsports more recently, for those listeners back at home who might be thinking, you know, maybe I want to jump in one of these cars, because we always say up in the booth, the F4 is the class to get into if you're interested in racing. What advice would you give?
You know, I would say, you know, try to get a car that's turnkey. Building them right now with the economy and everything, the way everything has you know, skyrocketed. It's pretty expensive to build a car, you know, from scratch. So I would say find a car, you know, somebody's moved up a division or less, or selling a car, and it's definitely a very fun division. Do I love driving these cars? No, I don't, to be honest. I would rather drive a bigger car. That's kind of my focus on next year. But I would say for an entry level, it's definitely a learn, you know, how to race. Very learning class, as far as if you just want to learn how to get around the track and learn it out. You know, because we do pretty good times. You know, we are pretty quick. But then again, you know, you can have the best equipment and still not perform. So don't go out spending, you know, thousands of dollars on a turnkey awesome car. You know, get something that, you know, that has been known, you know, for what it can do. Don't just buy something because you can, because money doesn't buy you wins. You know, working in the shop is what gets you the wins. You know what I mean? So that's my advice. I mean, it's the most positive advice I can give somebody. Just always ask questions, always be open-minded, learning. You know, I learn stuff every single day. You know, this track kicks my butt. It does. I can't figure this track out. I raced Shasta, and first time there, I finished second place against Rumsey, even, and we had an awesome battle and stuff. So, yeah, you know, it's fun for sure.
You mentioned this track maybe being a little more tricky for you. What challenges do you face as an F4 driver?
So, when you drive like a big car, you know, in a sense, like you back the corner up, right? In this car, I feel like you're driving it deeper, but here, that's not how it works. And that's my gremlin, is I keep overdriving the car, and it's just slowing me down. So, I got some learning to do on the track. I haven't mastered it like I have Stockton, kind of in the books, you know. But, you know, it just, like you had mentioned, you know, like, what really slows me down, you know, like where the gremlin of it is just learning the track. This track's technically way different than any track. I mean, Stockton, you've been to Stockton, you know how it is. I mean, it's a different track than here. Banking 3 and 4 is nothing like the bank here. You know, so you got to roll the high side there. Here, you know, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out, you know. I wish I had an amazing answer for you. Say, yeah, I got this track down. You know, I'm going to get that 74 car, no problem. But it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough.
You mentioned it, the 74 John Sproul. He's won multiple main events this year already. He's leading the points, but he's been facing some technical gremlins underneath the hood there. Outside of John, who do you think you'll be contending with for the trophy tonight?
You know, I don't count anybody out, but I'd love to see Liliana Sprinkle from Stockton. I would. she's class act. She's very young, but you know, she's started off with that car over there, the 22M of Miranda. That was actually Liliana's old car. She started off in that, and then, you know, as I told you, they found a turnkey car, put it together, and the Stearns helped them out with the way it looks. Awesome looking car, you can't admit. It looks cool, right?
Oh yeah.
So I love it. Right? So I'd like to rub doors with her tonight. That would be my plan. But I wish John, you know, we're teammates. You know, he asked me to join Outlaw Motorsports not too long ago. I'm still Sugden Racing, but you know, I help him. I don't know if you've had talked to him, whatever, but I was his ear for the majority of those wins last year and stuff. And he's a class act guy, man. He'll give you your shirt off your back. Guy's got a handful. He's got 3 cars he's working on top of helping me figuring my car out and stuff, you know. So, but I would really, I'd like to do side by side with Sproul for sure if he doesn't have any technical difficulties.
Well, obviously with Sugden Racing, you've built a lot. Who are the people, any sponsors you want to thank today?
Scotty's Linux, truck accessories, my wife, you know, Community One, Bob at Olga Copilot the Dream. Special thanks to Anthony Medina, Hybrid Works. He got this car, you know, figured out. We had a lot of little issues with tuning, but we got it figured out. My dad, my mom, Outlaw Motorsports. You know, I got Citywide Tow. You know, just everybody that I can't thank. Stearns Racing. You know, all those people that make it come. Even though it's just, you know, it's a small division. I get it. We're not big time guys like them, but we do put a lot of hard work into these cars to try to beat, you know, the show of Roseville. So, yeah, man, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been interviewed, but hopefully I gave you enough detail and the right perspective you wanted, and I appreciate it for allowing me to get on here, because a lot of the shout-outs, sponsors need to be recognized. Because, you know, a thank you goes a long way from somebody, but seeing it all over the internet, rather it be, you know, Speed Union TV or whatever it would be, that's what gets kids wanting to watch stuff and focus on stuff like that. You know what I mean? Where they can, instead of watching something else that's crazy, of violence, they can get on there and watch races and stuff. So special thanks to Speed Union TV too for preventing that, you know, from happening as much as they can by making people watch races. You know what I mean? Because you can't make it here, you can sure get on Speed Union and watch it from the house. So.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Speed Union, Flow Racing, Track Vision. We're grateful for all of their support. We're grateful for your time today. Enjoy the race. Good luck. And enjoy our special fireworks show tonight.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. You know, special shout out to, you know, the people that made it happen for the fireworks show, because unfortunately that big fire, I pray for all the families that lost anybody and stuff in that big fire. There's a big downfall on that, but we're still doing it here, and we'll celebrate some fireworks in the air for those boys.